American military presence in the Baltics has been reinforced in response to the Russian military exercises held on both sides of the Sawatki Gap in Kaliningrad and Belarus. With more than 40,000 military personnel involved, ships, tanks, planes, and helicopters, it's the biggest military exercise ever held in the region. Camp Herkus, the new permanent U.S. base in the region, is at the epicenter of tensions, as U.S. and Russian military exercises are held simultaneously less than 20 miles away from each other.
The need for the permanent deployment of U.S. forces in Lithuania is more apparent than ever, and we are looking forward to continuing to take advantage of opportunities to enhance the interoperability of our forces, providing a credible deterrent against any potential aggression, and to operate more effectively should deterrents fail.
General Bennett, you are in charge of U.S. military operations in the region. Why are U.S. forces in such close proximity to the Russian exercise? Don't you fear this aggressive posture could lead to an escalation?
Last time I checked, Lithuania was a sovereign country. If it is their wish to host permanent U.S. forces on their soil, I don't see why Moscow should have a say in that. Now, if you excuse me, I have a military exercise to prepare.
Thank you, General Bennett.
Good morning, Commander. So, have you seen me on the news? Everyone's talking about this exercise. It's not every day you see such a display of power. Reminds me of Desert Storm in '91. Ah, the good old days. Anyway, Major Williams, how are the preparations coming along?
The men are ready, General. We can begin the exercise.
All right then, showtime.
Oh, one last thing, General. A special diplomatic envoy sent by Washington has demanded to meet you. Counselor Miller?
Of course it's Miller. No military demonstration in the world is complete without this vulture showing up. His stupid face is the last thing I want to see today. So let's go. We're on a schedule.
Alrighty, let's get into it. Super excited. This is the tutorial mission, but it's also probably going to set us up for the story in the campaign. It is called Showtime.
Keeps calling and won't give me a break if I don't throw him a bone. Go pick him up at his hotel and take him for a tour, Commander. Show him around the base, do whatever you want, as long as you keep him out of my hair. And take Williams with you. No offense, but she's more talkative than you.
Alrighty,
Well,
here we are.
I guess we're the bone then. Miller's hotel is on the way to the training area. Let's hope he's in a better mood than the General.
Off we go. My plan here is just to get through the tutorial as quickly as possible because I know how to play the game and I have showed it off on the channel briefly before. Be interested to see what's different though.
From all three Baltic states regrouped here. Lithuanian artillery, mechanized infantry from Latvia, as well as reservists and armored vehicles from Estonia. They have different equipment, different tactics, speak different languages. Creating an interoperable force in this region is a real headache.
It is really cool to hear it all voice acted finally. Go pick up Miller.
Counselor Miller, I am Major Williams. It's a pleasure to have you with us. The Commander and I will show you around on our way to the General. Please hop in.
Well, it's about time. Let's go. Take me to the training ground first. I need to make sure that our equipment is showcased in the best possible conditions.
The exercise is about to start, so you will be able to see for yourself. But I didn't know there was a show.
This whole exercise is for show, Major. A show of force for our potential enemies, but also an arms fair for our partners.
I see. And which partners are we trying to impress today, Counselor?
That's confidential. Just drive, Major.
Really cool to see all of these extra units. The XA-180, we saw the APC over there, there's the Panzerhaubitze further back. And let's just move to the Striker range. And Striker mortar range, more
This is the
specifically.
artillery training ground, Counselor. Here our soldiers practice fire mission procedures. The commander will make a demonstration for you.
Well, let's see how much time it'll take you to hit all these targets, Commander.
Who wants a skylight for his house? Mortar ready to engage, sir. Mortar ready. Send mission.
I will just tell them to attack each one. It is trying to teach us to press T and then select whatever one you want, so you can do like the line mode like this. There's also the creeping barrage like that, which starts from the bottom and moves to the top.
Who needs support?
You can also use smoke, there's guided munitions.
Dispersion increases with distance. That's why more rounds are needed to hit targets located further away. Smart munitions don't have this problem. They are much more accurate and can correct their trajectory to hit a target designated by a laser.
I will do a laser one. So I've changed the ammo to precision, and it should follow the laser in. There you go.
As you can see, our latest battlefield management interface enables extremely responsive fire missions.
It was I who sold that concept to Congress. Glad to see it works in practice, too.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Drive straight up to the next one. Got the Patriot Pack 3 here. Looking very
how is
beastie.
your hotel, Counselor? I've heard it's quite fancy.
Apart from the fact that I was woken up every 20 minutes by helicopters passing right over my head, it was lovely.
Already there.
Hey, why is the radar of this Patriot turned off?
It's the standard procedure to keep the radar turned off by default, to keep the unit mobile and avoid destruction by anti-radiation missiles. They can still use their backup tracking systems to target aircraft, but in this mode, their detection and engagement range are limited.
Radar turned on.
Then switch this radar on, Commander. Let's see how far target practice drones can be detected and engaged.
Got some meteorological
The range of these
balloons.
missiles is impressive.
Very cool.
The efficiency of the radar depends on the altitude of the target. Low-flying aircraft are harder to detect, and helicopters cannot be targeted at all as they fly below the minimum detection altitude of the radar. That's why short-range air defense, SHORAD, is needed to complement long-range surface-to-air missiles.
Now we're going to shoot down the training Mi-24s. One thing that's really cool about the cinematic at the start is you can see like all of the
Fine demonstration
fake
of our firepower, Commander. The
units
message is clear.
with all the wood on
No
them.
country
Really cool.
equipped with our anti-aircraft systems need worry about its airspace being violated.
Let's get on our merry way. Now here's the CV-90s again. Very cool. Since there's a lot of those units already in the game, maybe that will be the first DLC. They'll actually add the Baltic states as their own nation or faction.
Already there.
This is the tank firing range. A platoon of M1A2 Abrams is ready for the demonstration. Tank armor is much stronger on the front than on the sides. The training of our crews consists in maneuvering to engage the enemy from the flank, while minimizing the exposure of their own flanks. Tanks carry different types of rounds. Explosive rounds to engage infantry and lightly armored vehicles, and armor-piercing rounds to deal with highly armored targets. Explosive rounds are equally effective at any distance, but the penetration of armor-piercing rounds increases the closer you get to the target. You should move closer to the targets to demonstrate the increased penetrating power of the kinetic ammunition, Commander.
Heavy armor is on.
Alright, we'll move up closer.
Heavy cab, ready to roll.
On these M1A2s, we got AP, Heat, and HE.
M1 Abrams ready for action.
Very well. Now, can you send as many targets as possible? Let's see what a Soviet invasion of Europe would have looked like.
And now we got the wooden PCRs.
Our tanks benefit from good reverse speed, which is not the case with Russian-designed tanks. This allows us to move backward to avoid being overrun, while maintaining our powerful frontal armor facing the enemy.
And back we go. Yeah, so you can see like the BTRs are just Humvees that have been made to look like that. And this is obviously just an old tank hull that has been made
Well, this
into a
is it.
T-14.
70 tons of American diplomacy.
You mean 70 tons of a diplomatic nightmare? I had explained to the Lithuanian government why they needed to reinforce all their road bridges from here to Poland to support their weight.
Sure, but when they arrive, nothing stands in their way. And how was your flight, Counselor?
Humvee ready.
Completely
Humvee
unremarkable.
awaiting orders.
You know, I spent half my life in the air, so the only surprises would be finding snakes on the plane, flying the thing myself, or reaching my 60s without getting cancer.
Pedal to the metal.
Helicopters are impressive machines. Boy, are they noisy.
Our pilots are ready to take off. Do you want to hop in for a ride, Counselor?
Certainly. It'll be a nice change from those little private helicopters that fly like cabs.
Cargo helicopters can transport troops and supplies, but also vehicles as long as their weight allows it.
Thrusting forward.
One of our vehicles broke down during a maneuver exercise. Let's go and recover it with our helicopter.
I like how they made it sound like she's in the helicopter.
Flying there now.
That's cool. Let's go pick up this M113 with the Chinook.
The hooks are in place. Now let's drop it off at the repair station.
Or here. Cargo helicopter approaching the DZ.
Alright, back we go. Just really enjoying the sound effects and the graphics. Very cool.
The vehicle has been unloaded. The mechanics will get it back in working order. How about a little target practice now, Counselor? Get behind one of the machine guns, and we'll put you in range of some targets to shoot at.
But I have never fired a machine gun before.
Set.
Don't worry, it's very simple, and I'll be here to help.
New flight plan received.
That would be very fun, to be honest. Let's be real. If you were asked to fire a Cal 21 out the side of a Chinook, you're pretty legit.
Flying to coordinates.
Here we go. Bum-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on, get some. Get some! Get some!
Flight path
Pretty impressive for someone who's never shot before.
forward.
That must be a natural.
Button there now.
All the targets are down. Let's head back to the helipad.
I've not had that much fun in a long time. You sure know how to entertain, Major. You should come work with me. With you by my side, getting those contracts signed would be a breeze. Plus, you wouldn't have to work with this grumpy old man anymore.
Thank you for the offer. At the moment, I'm tied to my current assignment.
I see. Well, think about it.
Troop transport reporting in.
Alright, let's move on to the next one, the ATGM shooting range. I really like the way that this tutorial is constructed because it does take you through the basics of how each unit works in the game. And if you're reading the tooltips, they do give you a great idea of what to do.
This is the ATGM shooting ground. It stands for Anti-Tank Guided Missiles. They travel slower than tank rounds, but have a greater range. Their use is therefore preferable when the line of sight is unobstructed.
Yeah, I know that. Send the targets. Let's see that in practice.
In absence of a specific command, the gunners communicate their targets to each other. If a missile is already in flight, the other gunner will give priority to another target. That way, no missiles are wasted.
It's a pleasant surprise to see I'm not the only one worrying about the taxpayers' money here.
Someone asked for a ride?
The range of the missiles can be superior to the detection range of the unit, so they generally work alongside recon units. The gunners are trained to switch targets mid-flight if the initial target disappears or if instructed to do so. This is particularly useful, as the long flight time of the missile can give time to the enemy to take cover or activate their smoke dischargers.
I hope you use the old TOW 2A for this demonstration. The new Top Attack TOW 2B costs twice as much, so using them against anything other than a tank is a waste of resources.
Don't worry, sir. We use special training ammunition, both cheaper and less hazardous than regular ammo during exercises. By the way, Counselor, where do you and the General know each other from?
We were friends once.
Relocating.
Good friends, actually.
Roger. Moving out.
Oh, and what happened?
Can we just not have this conversation, please? When do we get there?
Alright, yeah. Interesting thing about that they were saying is if you're firing a TOW at one unit and then you right click on another, it will change the TOW that's in flight to the other unit, meaning that they can't pop their smoke in time. It is a really cool strategy. It's hard to pull off in multiplayer, but it is fun.
I see nothing happening here. What's going on?
It's a good sign, sir. Our troops are exercising their camouflage skills here.
Hundreds of gunmen here.
They try to reach the target area undetected by staying away from the hostile patrols, staying in cover as much as possible, and sprinting to move across open areas faster.
Move in silence.
Recon units are specially trained and equipped to remain as discreet as possible.
And silent.
They have a reduced visual, thermal, and electronic signature that makes them harder to detect.
Electronic signature. So they refrain from posting geolocalized selfies during the mission? Impressive.
Alright, let's just speed this up whilst we do this, because it's going to be pretty slow otherwise. We just got to wait for this BTR to go past.
We're moving in silence. Copy.
Then we can sprint it. Oops.
Rifle.
Not bad. Could I just go around this way, to be honest.
On the move. Stealth mode. Double time. Sneaking in. Infiltration.
Probably much
underway.
easier.
Walking like ghosts. Copy.
Embarrassingly, that is the first time I've ever actually failed that.
Sneaking in. Moving silent. Infiltration underway. Copy. Infiltrating. On the move. Stealth mode. Moving quietly.
Okay, we got there. Would be kind of amusing if I got spoiled at the last minute and you had to start again.
Well, well. Looks like we have hide-and-seek champions.
Troop transport, standing by.
Alright, onwards we go to the CQC Training Center.
What's being built here?
Nothing. This is the close quarter training area. Infantrymen use these buildings to simulate urban combat. The rules are simple. We try to capture their sector, and they try to capture ours.
Sounds good. Let's see what you're made of, Commander.
Let's bring in the reinforcements, get the grenade launchers in. We'll get the Rangers Javelin in as
Good
well.
copy. Next waypoint received.
Infantry weapons have varying ranges and efficiencies. Long-range support weapons usually require the unit to be static, while short-range assault weapons can be fired on the move.
Reconnaissance.
Assault
standing by.
weapons are also more
Copy that.
effective once in
Looking for
range,
target.
and can be used to breach buildings held by enemy units. Vehicles can provide excellent fire support, but are vulnerable to infantry anti-tank rockets. They must therefore be kept out of their range as much as possible.
Recon vehicle here. We're taking fire. Recon vehicle here. We're in
When units are under fire or take damage, their stress level increases, which makes them less efficient. There are 2 levels of stress expressed by a blinking orange or red color on their label. When a unit is low on ammo or heavily damaged, it's preferable to send it back to base rather than abandoning it to its fate.
recon vehicle.
Units sent back to base become available again sooner, and you'll receive a bonus of requisition points proportional to their condition.
Copy. Holding that position. Moving out.
Okay,
All asses dismount.
just have the striker go unload next to the M113.
Weapons team in combat. Awaiting command. Recon vehicle.
And we should be good to go.
Solid copy. Advance and report. Someone call for a cab? Roger. We're on the move. Combat patrol underway. Driver, stop.
Alright, we took out the last of the infantry. That should be success.
Well, that was a good show, Commander. But it demonstrates one thing. Our allies are not ready at all to defend themselves. Had it been the Russians in front of them today, they would have been slaughtered.
Pedal to the metal.
Failure is part of training, sir. They're only reservists. They will continue to drill.
Armored transport, ready. Roger, moving out.
Off we go for our scenic
Was Bennett
ride.
Staff your first assignment, Commander? What about you, Major?
Yes, sir. It's been 5 years now.
Well, you didn't draw the wedding ticket with him as CO. He was sidelined a long time ago, and you won't be able to advance your career if you stay attached to that sinking ship.
Personal carrier here. Troop transport, ready.
I'm actually really curious what the beef is between them.
Already there.
And that it's all voice acted, it is way more interesting. Very, very cool.
Roger, we're Oscar Mike.
What's going on here?
Some of our vehicles broke down, apparently. Thanks to the diagnostic system integrated into our vehicles, we can easily identify which part is damaged.
So here we have the critical effects. The top one is detection or optics. The second one is mobility. The third one is aiming. And the last one is reloading.
We cannot let that happen. Not today.
Don't worry, sir. We have the necessary supplies to repair them. The commander will call a cargo truck from the support group and make sure they bring a big load of supplies with them.
Let's buy some supplies. We'll grab the helmet and we'll hold shift, just left click. Brings in all of the
As soon
supply.
as the supplies are unloaded next to the vehicles, the crew will handle the repairs automatically.
Need supplies?
Fantastic. There's our little supply dump.
The vehicles are now fully operational again.
Perfect. Now let's move on. That's all well and good, but I'm not here for these trifles. I've got a major fighter jet contract to attend to. So here's the real showstopper. I want you to demonstrate its air-to-ground and air-to-air capabilities for our guests.
Take a seat, Miller. I'm in charge here.
Ah, General. I was wondering when you'd come out of hiding. So, what's on the menu, Chef?
We'll start with a classic. Close air support with good old A-10s.
Yeah, like in '91, the good old days. You never change your record, do you?
Shut up, Miller! Commander, you will be leading this demonstration. Call in an A-10 and order it to destroy the marked targets. Planes must work in coordination with recon to target enemy ground units. The recon detects and identifies the target while the plane maneuvers to attack it.
Alright, in we go with the A-10 Thunderbolt. Very cool.
Whoa! That gun always gives me chills. It reminds me of well, whatever. Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
Copy. Bugging out.
Okay, so just using the hotkey there to send it back to base. It goes.
Now call in a Harrier to make a bombing run.
Oh, great. Another old crate.
New course set. Coordinates received. Bombs are ready. Bomb run confirmed.
Okay. Bombing run's ready. There's 14 500-pound bombs.
Complete.
Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
Carrier ready.
Nice.
All right, Commander, send in the F-15EX now.
Finally.
Here it comes.
This plane is equipped with a laser designation pod and smart bombs. You mark the target with the pod and the bombs will correct their trajectory to hit with pinpoint accuracy.
Rolling on the target area. Coming around now.
And bombs away.
You see, making gun
Nice.
runs and guiding missiles is outdated. Now, you drop a bomb from as far as you can and you let it do the job for you.
Well, let's try again with a moving target this time. And you'll see that a human is still needed to predict the target's trajectory.
Going for a fact. Coordinates received. Commencing attack.
When you take one of these bombs on the face like that, the coffin they send back home doesn't weigh much. Believe me. Send in the second F-15, Commander. This time to demonstrate its air-to-air capabilities against drones.
Flight plan
We have
updated.
potential buyers for dozens of these planes, so make sure these drones are shot down nice and clean, Commander.
Remind me, Miller, are we here to defend these people or to sell them weapons?
Selling them weapons means they can defend themselves. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I just make sure they buy from the right bait and tackle shop.
Alright, here we go. Time to shoot down all the drones.
Drone destroyed. Proceed to next target. Second target destroyed.
New heading set.
3 out of 3.
There's one more drone, Commander. Finish it.
Proceeding as frag. Flight plan updated.